Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACWAA, QADASH. Say double honors to the elders, peace, salutations, blessings to Akim, later in this truth, Shalom, hopeful elect. We're gonna be a little quick hitter here on judgment, you know what I mean, and the end time judgment, but Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 13. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thy end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness, and this is talking about America, Babylon the Great, O thou that dwellest on many waters, and abundant in treasures, thy end is come. And if you go into Revelation, let's see. Revelation chapter 17, verse 2. As I started, Revelation verse 17, verse 1. And there came out the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And again, it's going into setting upon many waters. Back to Jeremiah 51:13. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures. And then Jeremiah 51, verse 7, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations had drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And this is verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, us being, pretty much captive in this land. You know what I mean? We can't leave, So this is meaning spiritually. We are to flee out of the carnal aspect of Babylon, So again, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's YAHAWAH. YAHAWASHI's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. And this is verse 2, Revelation 17, verse 2, with talking about that great whore that setteth upon many waters, aka America, aka Babylon the Great, aka Mystery Babylon, aka spiritual Sodom and Egypt, Rome 2.0, Rome resurrected, Revelation 17, verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Everything, I was watching brothers, I tried to piggyback off of brothers' lesson earlier, but everything that you see, that's going on upon, the whole world, they're all partaking in the wine. They're drinking of the wine of Babylon, this American way, democracy, just like, like the brother was going into earlier, everything, the U.S. currency, is accepted everywhere. A lot of the, stuff that's mainstream started over here in America, But I'm going to read that again. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And again, the inhabitants of the earth, these other nations, they've partaken in the ways of Babylon, in the ways of death is what it amounts to. They're following after that beast. Just like when John had that vision. See if I can find that. When John had the vision, of Babylon, he marveled. He marveled at it. You know what I mean? Salakia. I'm gonna get to it. You think about the American way, and before everything's how it is now. Maybe back in the days, let me see. Revelation 17. Revelation 7. Salakia. Revelation chapter 17, verse 7. It says, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and should I was already in that chapter, Salakia. But this is the point right here, verse 7. And the angel said unto me, unto John, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman, and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The beast that... Where's the marker? Listen, I'm doing a video. I'll find one in a minute. Shut that door. The beast that carrieth her, the 7 heads and the 10 horns, goes into these other nations, the EU, NATO, and and then you have your 7 heads, But this is verse 8. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. The beast that was and is not and yet is, which, it goes back to, the Roman Empire, and then, it got knocked down, but what do? They rebuilt, you know what I mean? The verse that even says that, desolate, but we will rebuild. I can't think of that verse right now. Make desolate. All right. Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, Edom, who's the wicked, Edom. We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. Yahawah is saying this. They should build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. So, this in that verse right there, it tells you, we are. Edom saith, we are impoverished, because the Roman Empire got, taken down, but we will return and build the desolate places, which they have done, and they are, the border of wickedness. The earth is given to the hand of wicked. They have rebuilt. But what it say? The Lord of hosts, thus saith the Lord of the hosts, Yahawah, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord, Yahawah, hath indignation forever. So, let's go back to this Revelation and verse 9. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And like I said, the 7 heads that goes into these other nations. See, I got some notes here on that. The 10 horns being EU, NATO, 7 heads, referring to the Greeks, the Romans, the French, Spanish, Britain, G major, minor, and major, and then you got, the woman, the whore, Babylon, and that's, Babylon sets upon all of those, like I said, and here's the mind which hath wisdom, the 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. America, Babylon, they're teamed up with these other nations, for now, and that's how they've conquered this earth. They go into all these other countries that are oppressed by America and the beast system, the 7 heads and the 10 horns, and they keep all these other countries oppressed. If they don't want to bow down to, their democracy and their, wickedness, then they keep them oppressed by destroying them. Just like, the tribes, the 12 tribes, they come in and, they destroy the people, they destroy their heritage, and then they constantly oppress them. Not only did these devils come in and destroy all the, the tribe of Gad, bring the tribe of Judah, and the tribe of Judah, the southern northern tribes into slavery, and not only did they do all that, but even to this day they're still oppressing. They're still oppressing the tribes. You know what I mean? Look how everything's set up. The jail system, the police system, just trying to get a job. You know what I mean? Like, there's dumbass, women out here that don't even, know how to change the oil on a car, and they're out here making more money than a man. You know what I mean? And then but again, this is all judgment. It's all in the hand of the Lord, and we're just gonna have to see it for what it is, and repent, and hold on to this word, the sword of the Spirit, this word. This is verse 13. They have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb. The Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Lord willing, we are that number. You know what I mean? But verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked. See, all these other countries, it's prophesied that they're going to turn against Babylon, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's them ICBM missiles. They're going to shoot from all these different countries, all at the same time, coming in every which direction. and Babylon's going to be destroyed. America's going to be destroyed. You know, and it says, for the Most High hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. You think about that, you know what I mean? America's supposedly, you know, had the most dominant military for however many years. You know, they've been in power ever since, you know, they've started this back in 1700, and they've been at war, you know, like over, you know, 75% of the time. I don't know the exact number, but they're just constantly at war. And yeah, going there. But let's see, that's probably about, let me see, okay, I'm gonna get that, Proverbs. Yeah, I'm trying to find that. You know, man's going is of the Lord. I can't remember that one. All right, here it is. The water. YAHAWASHI. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. Yahawah. How can a man then understand his own way? You know, just like I say, you know, he's gonna put it in their, he's gonna put it in their heart, their mind. For the Most High, verse 17, for the Most High hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, which, you know, that's what happened. You know, they've all bowed down to this beast system until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. But, you know, verse I'm going to read verse 15 and 16 again. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. You know, when you think about America, it has the most diverse, you know, diverse nations. You know, you got people from all over the earth here in America, in Babylon. So, you know, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Again, that's another verse where you can, you know, clearly see that this is talking about America. You know, which you got other places that's going to be destroyed too. You know, the land of Israel with the 1948ers. You know, the fake Jews. You know, the Lord's going to cleanse that land with fire too. You know what I mean? But 16 again, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. You know. Revelation chapter 17, verse 5. And upon her head was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and the blood of the martyrs of YAHAWASHI. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. You know. And this is, you know, Revelation 17:4. You know, this, you know, how these devils, they blaspheme the Most High all the time. You know what I mean? Just you think about that Kamala, Kamala Harris, and you think about how they had the Simpsons, where they were both, Lisa the Simpsons. They're wearing that decked out with that purple, and they had them pearls on. You know what I mean? And you see Revelation 17:14, the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. And here's having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. But let me see here. I'm going to end with this one right here. This is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, the length thereof 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Verse 3. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. Slakia. Verse 4, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, YAHAWAH, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. Who's the thief? Edom over here in Babylon the Great. How was this land conquered? How they get everything they got. You know what I mean? They're hypocrites, man. They go around and just rape, rob, murder, steal, lie, and then they you go to jail, you go down to the store, and which you ain't supposed to steal, but just for edification's sake, you go down, and pocket something, at the Walmart. What happened? You're gonna go to jail most likely. You know what I mean? And these devils, that's everything they got. That's what they done. And then their riches are built off slave labor. And then they killed it. Look how they treat everybody. You know what I mean? Like, man, this is just wickedness. But again, this is Lord. We're dealing with we're serving our judgment. You know what I mean? Lord willing, we are that hopeful number, and the promises for us, and we're gonna return the favor. But let me read this again. Verse 4, I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and to the house of him that swear falsely by my name. What was it say on that? Was it say on their money? In God we trust, but we know the God of this world. It ain't. They be worshiping these idols and devils and shit. You know what I mean? But says him that swear falsely by my name. All these elected officials. What they do when they get sworn in on the Bible. You know what I mean? They put their hand on the Bible. They don't even open the damn thing and read it. I guarantee you. And it shall remain in the midst of the house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. And that's what's going to happen. When these ICBMs fly, you're going to have the chariots, the holy angels, YAHAWASHI going to be in the fathership. You know, the so-called UFOs, you know, we know what they are. They're identified. They're the chariots of the Lord, you know, and they're gonna cover the skies, you know, and they're gonna deliver up the, you know, the elect, you know, from Babylon, the 1/3 and the 100, you know, the 144,000, you know, 1/3 over here in Babylon, and everybody else, the 2/3 over here, they're gonna get hit with them ICBMs, and then them chariots is gonna light shit up. You know what I mean? And guarantee, you know this is man, just imagine, you know, we read these you know we read this, you know, these scriptures, you know, talking about how the Lord flooded the earth, and y'all see, you know, how powerful water is and stuff. You know, we can just imagine, you know, like Elijah, you know, when the captain in the 50s come, you know, a couple of them, you know, and they're scoffing at him, saying, "Man of the Lord," you know, and what Elijah say, if I be a man of the Lord, rain down fire, and what happened? Them motherfuckers got lit up. You know, just imagine, you know, we read this and you know, we we can see it with our spiritual eye, but man, this is gonna be a beautiful thing, man. But you just gotta think, if you're on the other end of it, it's not gonna be a beautiful thing. So, Lord willing, you know what I mean, that we are, you know, we gonna be on them ships, cause, whoo, God, hey, these motherfuckers. What I say, even the devil, you know, even the devils know there's a God and they tremble. You know, you got some of these dumbass people that, you know, they say they don't believe in no higher, they don't believe in God, yada yada. You know, but hey, at the end, they gonna believe, and they gonna tremble, man. Woo, cause you know we just, man, yeah. All right, Slovakia, you had a little moment there. But hey, you know, being vexed, you know, with the filthy conversation of the wicked, you know, like Lot, you know, while we probably ain't as just as old Lot was, but you know, we're you know, we're trying, we're trying, man. But with that, I'll probably go ahead and close up, you know. But you know, let's see, I'll say. I might get one more real quick. Oh yeah, to go along with you know, the Lord, He's gonna put it on their minds, you know, to do it. You know, Proverbs 21 verse 1: the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, YAHAWAH, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever He will. You know, and that's what's gonna happen. You know. One more time, Revelation 17:17. For the Most High put it in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. You know, and what say, uh, Romans, I'm sorry, Romans chapter 3 verse 3. For what if some did not believe, should their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Verse 4, Most High forbid. Yeah, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. You know, everything that is prophesied, everything that, you know, the Most High, you know, has said, it's gonna come to pass. You know what I mean? Exactly how it's written, exactly how it's told. You know, Salaki. I know I said I was gonna end, but man, spirit be on me right now. And I've been kind of that woe is me spirit been jumping on, man, been messing me up. You know what I mean? Just man, it's feel good. All praise YAHAWASHI. This is 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 20. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. You know, for verse 21, for the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of the Most High spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost, by the RACWAA QADASH. You know, and you got brothers, like-minded brothers, starting with the head apostles on down, who are breaking down, these scriptures, bringing these prophecies out, what prophecies are to come, and the spirit be on us, man. You know what I mean? Just look around. You know what I mean? You got church on every corner, and ain't one of them speaking on no prophecies. But you got brothers out here, on YouTube, out here, just normal, living a normal, low key life. Going to work, taking care of, their responsibilities. Ain't none of us, probably doing, very good. Just enough to get by. But here we are, coming together as a body, and bringing out this truth, and we ain't, if you're with the brothers, if you're I listen to the brothers in GMS, you know what I mean, and like-minded brothers, I ain't under no camp or nothing like that. I'm just solo, but that's why I get my hey, go in there, stop. That's who I learned from, you know what I mean? And, it's all praises, honor, and glory. How about YAHAWASHI? Because, like say, man's going is a Lord. How can a man understand his own way? Roughly paraphrasing. But, I hope this lesson was edifying. I say all praises, honor, and glory. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, RACWAA, QADASH, and Shalom.